This sounds like a plot of a psychological horror movie, but every single word of it is real. If you saw this in a horror film, you'd call it unrealistic. But this murder case actually happened. Imagine committing a murder and then leaving a trail of fake evidence to make the cops look like fools. 24-year-old Alisa Burkett pulls into the parking lot of a leasing office where she works, where she was shot through her car window in a broad daylight. She survives the first shot, drags herself out, bleeding, screaming for help. Her killer catches her and stabs her 44 times. Witnesses say they saw the killer. He was a black man in a black rain suit. The police also find a GPS tracker in Alisa's car. Police have a suspect fast, Alisa's ex, Andrew Beard, the father of 1-year-old daughter, Willow. They had been locked in a bitter custody battle. But there was one problem. Beard is white. From here, he could have been cleared. But police pulled Beard over hours later. His fiancée, Holly Elkins, besides him, with baby Willow in the back seat. They search his house that night and find a GPS tracker batteries matching the device pulled off Alisa's car, along with an unregistered gun silencer. The next day, they search his SUV and find a fake beard smeared with dark makeup, a part of disguise. They find a Gateway SUV abandoned a mile from his house with blood on the wheel. 3 days after the murder, Beard turns himself in. Holly Elkins sits down with detectives, cooperative and grieving, and swears Beard never left the house that morning. Investigators believed her. It takes 2 more years to find out she was lying. In 2022, Beard pleaded guilty. As a part of her plea deal, he talked to the FBI and named the real mastermind, Holly Elkins. He says the disguise, the makeup, the entire plan was hers. Investigators go back through their text and find a woman in one message, accuse Beard of letting his baby mama control him and demanded he choose her instead. That resentment became a plan. Starting in June 2020, Elkins and Beard secretly tracked Alisa's car. Elkins made a fake 911 call claiming Alisa was driving erratically. She filed a false report accusing Alisa's own mother of assault. She hired a private investigator to dig up dirt that didn't exist. In September, the couple planted drugs and a gun in Alisa's car and reported her to the police themselves. And none of it worked. Alisa kept her job. She kept her daughter, so the plan escalated from ruining her life to ending it. September, Elkins and Beard buy the SUV, disguise makeup, and they buy a shotgun shells and a knife together. 1 week before the murder, Elkins texts Beard, "I hope you handle it." She tells him to ride or die for her, or the relationship is over. Days later, Beard's search history shows him looking up how to remove gunpowder residue from his hands. On October 2nd, Alisa Burkett is dead, while Beard carried out the murder. Elkins was at his house, holding Alisa's daughter, quietly building the alibi that would help her for almost 3 more years. In 2023, Beard is sentenced to 43 years in federal prison. Elkins, believing she had gotten away with it, is going about her life. 2 months after Beard's sentencing, federal agent caught her at the airport in Miami, just back from a trip to Dominican Republic, and possibly about to flee for good. At trial, Alisa's boyfriend calls Elkins exactly what investigators believed her to be, the puppet master. After 7 days of testimony and swift deliberation, the jury convicted her on every count. In August 2024, Holly Elkin is sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms, through an appeal later reduced that to life without parole. Alisa Burkett spent last month fighting off fake police reports and a stalker they never saw coming. If this caught you, subscribe. Next week's case is just as calculated. If you got this one, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Let's just target for, let's say, 2 likes.